Hey, it's Emily and this is going to be a giant unhaul video. I've done I think 1 or 2 unhaul videos recently, not recently, ever on my channel, and so this is going to be my biggest by a long way. Also sorry if I'm a bit distracted, my rabbit is running around my room and I don't want him chewing on anything, especially books, because he likes to chew on paper. I'm just going to go through them all because, yeah, why not? Let's just get started. There's literally loads in there. I'm getting rid of them somehow. If you want them, let me know. You know, I'll pop them on Bookswap, or if you'd like to just send me postage just to get rid of them, that's absolutely fine. If you want them, it's up to you. Hey buddy, come say hello. I've recently just tidied my room massively, so I say me, my mum helped me, but he's now hasn't been in my room yet since it's all been cleared, so Oi! Eating my notebook already, so we're off to a flying start. I also need to remember, because some of these are on my TBR, I need to remember to remove them from my TBR on Goodreads and on my spreadsheet, so I need to do that after I film this. So the first I'm going to talk about, Billy and Me. I'm not getting rid of the book. Sorry Rachel, it's not, no, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm getting rid of this edition. I have 2 editions because I bought the Works matching set of all Giovanna Fletcher's books. My rabbit I think is under my bed. Yeah, so I'm just getting rid of this edition because I now have the matching set, so I don't need 2 editions. So yeah, getting rid of this one. My Story, Desert Danger. I don't know if you could, oh, I've moved them. They're now up on the top of my other shelf. I was gonna say they used to be down in this square here. My Story books, but they're all in the white editions, like the matching ones. This one doesn't match. I got it in the library. For my library, it was withdrawn for sale. I think I got it for like 20p. So I was like, yeah, I'm reading all the My Story books. I've read like 3, but it doesn't match, and I noticed I only have female ones. This one doesn't fit in the collection, unfortunately. I'm just going to check on the rabbit. Hello buddy. Just hopping on my bed. There you go. There he is. Next up we have Harry Lake. I read it. 3 stars. Didn't scare me at all. It was an alright story, but it wasn't, to me, a horror. Like, it was alright, but it wasn't scary. Yeah, 3 stars. Don't need it anymore. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. 4 Philip Pullman books. I originally had this. I bought it in Tesco's because it was in like the 2 for £8 or £9 deal, whatever it is. And then I saw the matching trilogy in a charity shop. I don't really like the covers at all, but I thought, oh well, they match, and it was like, I don't know, less than £2 each, so I thought, why not? But I'm never going to read them. I don't think I have any interest in reading them. I don't read fantasy much at all, let alone like YA fantasy. Getting rid of all of the editions I have. I definitely don't need 2 editions. You know, this is pretty. I am tempted to keep it for the cover, but realistically I'm never going to read them, so. This one, Murder Most Unladylike. I have the whole set. This was, I think, got second hand from someone, I think. Okay, so update. This edition now has a chew mark on, so that's slightly frustrating because it's actually quite a nice, pristine edition, and not anymore. So maybe putting my books on my floor while he's hopping around is not a good idea. Then we have The Last Summer of Us by Maggie Harcourt. I read it, it was alright, and that's where I got the nickname for my car from. My old car I used to call it my old rust bucket, which is what they call it in this, but aside from that I have nothing to take away from this. Not really into YA much anymore. I prefer middle grade now to YA. So it's like middle grade and adult. No, don't, no! Oh my god. Right, this rabbit needs to go away. He's just chewed Harry Lake now. Right, well I've had to shut him away. The next one we have is 10 Things We Shouldn't Have Done. I believe it has a different name now. Like, it's not known as this anymore. It's been like republished under a different name maybe. Or in America it's a different name. Anyway, it was alright. Your standard really like cheesy. Like, I think I enjoyed it when I was like 14. 10 things that she, you know, is a good girl, then she does all these 10 things that she shouldn't have done. Then we have the entire Falling Fast. I can't even remember which order these go in. I think that's the order. Falling Fast series by Sophie Mackenzie. I haven't read The Father Stars, but these were like, I just force read myself to read them. I got the whole series, I think for like £3 from the Book People when they were online. So it was like 80p a book. The font was massive, so I thought, why not? I'll just give it a go. And I just found them not very good. It was very cringy, very cheesy, just not really enjoyable for romance. So that's for the whole series there. I might try just read this really quickly this summer, just to like finish off the series to be satisfied. Right, I have 50 Shades of Grey. Never owned this, never read it. Don't know why it was in my room. I reckon it was my mum's and she's just tried to hide it off in my room. But I've never had any interest in this. It's really floppy. Never had any interest in reading this. Just no, don't really care at all. So that can go. I asked my mum, like, is this yours and do you mind me getting rid of it? Because it's definitely not mine. And she was like, yeah, get rid of it, good. That's not mine. I need to return that to my friend. So, okay, right, let's go. City of Bones. No interest in any of Cassandra Clare's writing. I'm not a fantasy reader. Yeah, City of Bones. Yeah, it's pretty good condition, but I think I got it in a charity shop, to be fair, and then haven't read it. I have no interest. On a similar path, Six of Crows. I read 1 or 2 chapters of it, didn't care for it. I think I was buddy reading it with Chloe, like summer last year, and I don't think she finished it at all, enjoyed it. I can't remember really, to be honest, but I didn't care for it. I haven't read The Shadow and Bone. I don't know if I should have before giving this a go, but I got this in a charity shop. It's not even a nice copy because the spine's all cracked, but yeah, I just don't really care for it. I feel like it's too hyped now for me to read. I don't like reading hyped books that much. So what have we got here? Vampire Academy. I bought this in a charity shop for very cheap. It's not alright condition, like pretty good condition, to be honest. But I don't think I'll ever read this. Picked it up because of, I suppose, the hype, the talk about it on BookTube, and I just, yeah, I don't think I'll ever read it. But if I do, there's always a library. Like, that's what I'm trying to think. Like, if I don't desperately want to read it, I can get it from the library. It's not that difficult. Same with this one, Philip Reeve, Predator's Gold. It's the second book in the Mortal Instruments. That's no, the Mortal Engines series. I read the first one, I got it from the library, saw this in a charity shop, but this is like a sequel. I can't even remember what happens in the first one apart from the cities. Like, cities are on vehicles, they're on wheels and they're moving around. Can't really remember anything else that happened, and I don't ever reach for this, so that can go. And if I want to continue the series, there is a library. Next up we have 1 or 2 things I learned about love. This is sort of a romance that I probably read when I was about 12. It was alright. I can't remember anything. All I can remember is that she goes to a pottery class. That's all I can remember about this. And then they have aircon. I remember thinking as a child how they had aircon in their house and being like, what? Aircon? We have heating. Not realising it was set in America. So yeah, that's that one. Next up we have Chasing the Stars by Virginie Grimaldi. I think this is translated from French. I'm not entirely sure because it's set in France. Yes, it is, because it's translated by someone else. But I just didn't really care. It was about a mother who has an older daughter and a younger daughter, and they just go off in a motorhome and travel, and then they meet at another family along the way. I think it was all about the mum like connecting with her daughters again because she feels like she's fallen out of connection with them. Sorry if the angle's changed. I had to quickly sort out some storage issues on my phone because I still haven't bought a camera. I keep saying next paycheck, next paycheck. It just didn't do anything for me. I think I gave it 2.5 stars. Just didn't really enjoy it. While I was sorting that out, I organised my series because they had gotten jumbled in the bag. This one might be, you know, a surprise to some people. I don't know. These are definitely in the wrong order. Hang on, let me just order them. The entire Infernal Devices trilogy. Never read them, have no interest. Like I said earlier, I literally bought them because of the hype. No interest in any Cassandra Clare books, but I found these in a charity shop because they were like all there and in all right condition, so I thought, you know what, why not? So here we go, pretty much it. Don't really care for that sort of thing. The next book I bought in Poundland. It's the only book I think I've ever bought in Poundland, apart from Daylight Saving actually. But yeah, don't know why I bought it. I think I was just trying to be like, oh, I bought a book for £1, but it's Blood Rivals, and it's the biography of Robert Pattinson, and then if you flip it, it's Taylor Lautner. So yeah, it's like half and half, and it has like photos in the middle from the like movies, and I don't know why I'm holding it now. I literally was in Poundland for £1 and I don't know why I bought it, to be honest. So yeah, I read a bit of Robert Pattinson's side. I think I read, oh, up to there, there's a bookmark in it, 14 pages. I think it's a bookmark, it's a Alice in Wonderland postcard that my friend wrote me. That's cute, I'm so glad I found that. Don't have any interest in actually reading their biographies. Next I have Leah on the Offbeat. I have Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda still on my shelves. Just I didn't really care for this one as much. I read it, that was it. Didn't really care about this one. I can't even remember what happens in this one, so I'm probably never going to reread it. If I do suddenly want to reread it, there's a library. So yeah. Then we have Claire Furness's The Year of the Rat. Don't think I'm ever going to read this. I keep saying I will. I bought this. It was in a coming of age collection from the Book People. It was once again like 4 books for £4. And they're just random books. I think I just bought them because they were cheap. It had what do you call it, Perks Being a Wallflower in and stuff. So there were some decent ones. There was The Age of Miracles, but like this one I had no real interest in reading this. Not gonna lie. About a girl whose younger sister is born but kills her mother, or like not kills her mother, as in the mother dies during birth, and so the older siblings now like, I hate it, it's the rat, so she calls her younger sister Rat. Yeah, I have no real interest. The other one that was in that 4-book collection that I have no real interest in reading is Infinite Sky by CJ Flood. I don't even know what this one's about. There's literally nothing on the back. Yeah, I just have no real interest. It's been on my shelf since 2017, never reached for it, probably won't ever again. Seems I'm moving well out of YA. Another YA book that, you know, the film I hold very dear to me, and I love the film, that was my shoulder clicking, but the actual book, The Duff. I read this, it was alright, I quite enjoyed it actually. It's very different, I say very different, like the relationship between Wes and Bianca, that was the girl's name, it's very different in the book to the film. Yeah, and so I'm not going to reread it, and I like the film more, so I'll just rewatch the film. That's ultimately, I know that's very rare for me to say that I like the film more, but yeah, I do. Next up we have 3 of the Gallagher Girl series, and I got given the whole You Like box set in like these editions on the spines, that they're all matching, all 6 of them, because before I only literally, I don't know why I only have 3, but they're not even like 1, 2, 3, it's 3, 5 and 6. So yeah, so I now have these. As you can see, I've literally just finished reading. I've battered this edition, like I'm not gonna lie, I have ruined this edition. But book 4 I'm up to my reread. I say reread, I don't think I ever finished them. No, as you can see in book 5 there's a bookmark at chapter 8, so I never actually found out how the series ends. So yeah, I have book 3, 5 and 6, should anyone want them. They're not in the best of conditions, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa! Oh god, my stack's gonna fall. My stack is falling. Let's create a new stack. Next up we have Crush by Eve Ainsworth. Didn't really get along with this. I probably gave it a higher rating than it deserved, because this was when I was beginning to get back into BookTube. It was like for a readathon where I read like 15 books in a month, no, 18 books in a month, which is so rare for me to read anywhere near that much. So I read this in like a day. It was very cringe. It's like your year 9 romance sort of plot. I think there was a bit of like, I want to say like abuse within the relationship, but they're literally in year 9. I don't know, I just didn't get along with it. Just wasn't for me. Although Eve Ainsworth 7 Days I have on my shelf, I've met her. I've met Eve Ainsworth and I really enjoyed 7 Days and I've got that signed, but that one, not for me. The List by Siobhan Vivian. I actually quite like this, but I really don't like the cover. I don't like photos on covers. Also I got rid of like the duff, like got the movie edition, but then the non-movie edition has a photo anyway. Anyway, it's about this list that's put up at the start of every school year in America, in the high school, and it's like the list, and it's the prettiest and the ugliest girl in every year. So someone has posted the list and like it's there at the front, and I think it's from like most of those girls' point of view, so it got like quite confusing as to who's who. But it was across like all 4 years and all the different ages, and I kept getting confused who's who. But ultimately, like, the message was alright. don't really care. I'm not going to reread it. Then we have Cuckoo by Karen David. Pretty sure I even gave this 5 stars, which I probably wouldn't give if I reread it. It was about this boy who's like an actor on like a soap show, and he then becomes homeless, and like half of it's written in like script. It was alright. I think it had a relation to Hamlet in some way or another. I don't really know, but yeah, it follows this like teenage boy who's become homeless but is like it says on the front, he's a household name without a home. So yeah, that's that one. Probably just won't reread it and don't really care. Then we have The Truth About Lies by Tracy Darnton. I believe she's had some pretty good books out recently, but this is the only one I've read by her. I'm not going to reread it, and I don't really care for it. I read this as a video on my channel where I was like reading in a different place every day, and this is the book I was reading. The Truth About Lies. It's about a girl who has a photographic memory, and there's been a murder or something, or like a death. Someone fell out of a window and she thinks it's murder, but she has a photographic memory and can remember everything. I can't really remember what else happens, to be honest, but I can't even remember what the relation of the swimming pool is on the front. So yeah, don't really care for that. Next we have Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. I've never read a Rainbow Rowell books, but the font's tiny. I don't really care. Never reached for it. I'm pretty sure I bought it in a charity shop ages ago. Maybe I bought it in Waterstones actually, but it's in pretty good nick. And yeah, I just don't really care. And I've had questionable things about it, I think. I don't really know. I just remember all of a sudden I've had like a tainted view of this, but I don't know why. Yeah, I'm probably never going to read it. I'm not going to lie. Next up we have All of the Above by Juno Dawson. I would keep this, but it has Juno Dawson's dead name on, so I don't really need it. I don't actually reach for YA anymore, like I keep saying, so I think if I'm not going to read it, it has her dead name on, I'll just get rid of it. Then we have The Age of Miracles by Karen Thompson Walker. I have 2 editions of this, 2 copies of this, God knows why. This was the ugly one, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this cover at all. It has a photo on it. The other one's really nice, not illustrated, but it has a really nice cover compared to this. So this is the one that went. This is actually the edition that came in that for coming of age books. This is about the earth is spinning slower each day, so days are getting longer, and then I think it's some sort of romance involved. The next one, unfortunately, Chloe sent this to me, must have been 2020 now, I reckon, ages ago. The Boy Who Sneaks in My Bedroom Window. This is totally a book that I would have read when I was in like year 10, and it sounded like something I would have loved. And so I said yeah when Chloe said, do you want it? I was like, yeah, go on then. I haven't read it, and I don't think I ever will. I've moved away from this sort of cringe romancy stuff. Like there's a couple on my shelves that like have a special place in my heart, but I'm not reaching for anything new, if that makes sense. So yeah, I believe it might be self-published. I don't really know. I think so, judging by the like formatting of it. Next up we have Bookshop Girl by Chloe Coles. It is in fact signed at the top there. I just didn't really care for it. I found it was quite immature. Maybe that's just because I read it when I was like 19, and it follows like a year 10 girl who works in a bookshop. Pretty much it. I picked it up because Bookshop Girl, I'm a girl who likes bookshops. That was literally it, and it was short. But it was a really quick read, but I just didn't get along with it too well. I'm sure lots of other people do, because I think there's a whole series now. But yeah, I don't really care. I only kept hold of it for so long because it was a signed edition. So yeah. Then we have Footloose by Kate Can. Haven't ever read this. It's such bad condition. My friend was getting rid of loads of books in like sick form. I think it must have been like 16, 17. And I was like, yeah, I'll take them. God knows why I took this. I have no real interest in it, to be honest with you. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm probably just going to take this to a charity shop because it's not in the best nick, and yeah, just don't know why I took that. Next up we have Wild Spark by Vashti Hardy. I picked this up because I thought it was really beautiful. It's got like foiling on the cover. I thought it was really nice, and it was a middle grade fantasy, so I thought if I'm going to read any fantasy, it's going to be middle grade. So I thought, why not? I'll just pick this up. I don't really know. Machines don't come to life. Life comes to machines. It sounded very similar to the Mortal Engines. I don't know. I just bought it because of the cover, and I don't think I'll ever read it. We literally have 2 left. 2 left. The first one is me and Earl and the Dying Girl, which is another one that Chloe said, do I want? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I think she sent me like 3 in the post and this is one of them. Haven't read it and I just don't think I will, don't think I'll reach for it. Like I said, I keep saying it, I'm moving away from YA. So I just don't care. Of course I ran out of storage on literally the last book. And that's the start of Me and You by Emery Lord. Hang on, my legs are getting painful. There we go. For some reason I was half cross-legged, you know, I only have like one cross. Anyway, I think Rachel said she really liked this, or she really likes Emery Lord. I tried reading it. I think I got like not 3 pages, like a chapter in and just didn't really care anymore. I think I remember buying it. Words, that was a jumble. I remember buying it really clearly. I remember the day. It was like around Christmas time, like November-ish time, near my aunt's house in the Waterstones, and they're like local Waterstones, and I bought it in the buy one get one half price deal. Must have been, it's bad that I remember when I took it, when I bought it, because of a conversation with a guy, because I told him about it when I bought it. Yeah, must have been like 2019 or something. No, 2019, no, it must have been 2017, November 2017 maybe? When did this come out? Doesn't matter, I don't know why I'm rambling. Yeah, 2017. I'm just going to pass it on to someone who is going to enjoy it more. And that is it. We've got a nice big empty laundry basket, and how mad is that that was completely full of books. And I've now got lovely stacks beside me. I'm now going to go and edit my spreadsheet as I pop them all away. I'll probably list some on my book swap. If you want any of them, let me know, just comment. Or message me, just let me know on my Instagram, hit me up or comment. Yeah, I said that already. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, if you'd like to subscribe, I'd really do appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you, and yeah, I'll see you soon with a brand new video. Bye.